licensed, practical, necessary. Welcome to the Little Play Nurse Podcast. My name is Diaja, and I'm going to be your nurse today.
Jamming on the one. Jamming on the one. Good morning. Welcome to the Little Play Nurse Podcast. It's your girl Diaja, and this is episode 3. If you have made it to episode 3, have watched diligently every week to me and my baby brother in the background playing the game, please drop a purple heart in the comments so I know that you've been here with me. I appreciate you. I see you, and I am so happy that you are in the room with me. Y'all been chatting with me, talking to me, liking, subscribing. I truly appreciate all of the love and just the attention span, because we used to TikTok like 2-second videos, and I'm happy that y'all said that I've captured your attention enough to sit with me for a good 25-30 minutes every Sunday. Woo, 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 woo. I appreciate y'all for real, man. Like, it's been a long time coming. This is my pride and joy. This is my baby. I ain't got a kid, so this is my baby. Shout out to my other babies, Max, my puppy, and Sonic, my bearded dragon. Maybe one day I'll do an appearance with them. Today on this episode is a little different. I'm usually very upbeat. I like to play. My ADHD be on 1,000. But today I want to talk a little bit about the first time I heard to my face that I wasn't a real nurse. When I say that shit hit me like a ton of bricks, it hit me like a ton of bricks because who it came from. And I want to be very candid about my experiences, and so the things that I say and the words that I choose to use may be offensive to some, but it is not my intention to offend anyone. But at the end of the day, if, like my homegirl nurse in school used to say, guilt make you tilt, the shoe fit, then that's on you. It's not my job to manage other people's emotions. It's my job to tell you my story, and my story is my own, and it's just what it is. I heard shots to the love. When I first heard that I wasn't a real nurse, I had been a nurse now, I want to say I had been a nurse maybe like a year and a half. And my first nursing job was great. My first nursing job was great. Like I said before, I've mentioned before that I'm originally from Delaware, so I got my nursing license in Delaware. First job that I worked at, I'm not going to mention it here because y'all nosy. But if you know me, you know. I worked in this setting. It was kind of like long-term care, but it was for young adults with disabilities. And if you're from where I'm from, me just saying that will let you know exactly what I'm talking about, because these facilities don't really don't really exist like that. There's not a lot of them. But I loved it because it was a small setting. My patient ratio was small. And I was working underneath. I got to train underneath an LPN who went to the same school that I did. And she was a great nurse. She was a great preceptor. She showed me her way of how she did things, but also gave me space. Excuse me. Listen, I like to chat, but good God almighty, when I be chatting, my mouth be dry, my lips be dry. Please drop in the comments if my lips be dry. Let me know, because my brother ain't gonna let me know. Even though he's sitting here looking at me and I'm looking at him, he ain't gonna tell me.
They coming, bro. Look.
But y'all tell me. But
I just wanted to back.
Like I said, she gave me a lot of space to like get my own autonomy and get my own wits about myself, that I can really puff my chest out like, yeah, my name's Diaja, I'm gonna be your nurse today. Like, how can I help you? How you doing today? You having any pain? Like, she built my confidence. So by that year or so, I felt like
Pushing it.
I still felt like a baby nurse. I still feel like a baby nurse today. I don't feel like I'll ever feel like a OG, triple OG until I'm like 10 years in. Because even still, I will still be open to like learning, because I will never be like, oh yeah, I've learned all I can learn, because things are constantly changing. I have a thirst for knowledge that can never be quenched. So I'm always open. But I had this confidence about myself. Like, I earned my seat at the table. I earned them 3 letters. I was signing my name. Diaja Grimes, comma, LPN.
It's another team coming. Hurry up.
Every time. LPN. What kind of nurse are you? I'm an LPN. Oh, where'd you go to school? Da. I was a 4.0, top of my class. Yeah. Answer. I finished my NCLEX 85 questions and done. Yeah. I was the first person in my class to take my NCLEX. Yeah. I'm an LPN, baby. Do you want to go back to school? You should be an RN. You should do this. You're such a great nurse. I don't need to.
Come this way. Come on.
Because I'm an LPN and I'm the best at what I do. So I was really feeling myself. Like Beyonce. I'm feeling myself. Refocused. AD. Anyway. So, at no point did I feel that anyone could knock me off my square. Nobody could take that from me, because I put in the work. I put in the work in school. Passed the test. The people said, you are safe and prudent nurse. We're going to go ahead and give you this license. Cool. The job said, you're a safe and prudent nurse. We going to give you a chance. Cool. 90 days hit. They said, oh, you good. Did my training. Sat with the people. They said, oh, you trained. You good. You know the processes. You still got to work on your clinical judgment. Of course, those things come. Because you don't see all of these things. You could do better in emergency situations. Of course, because you don't get emergency situations every day. But they said, they stamped me. They stamped the girl as the GOAT. Greatest of all time. Nah, I'm playing. But that's how I felt. And so I was very confident in who I was as a nurse. My nurse identity was shaping the pride that I had and everything, you know. And then you go through this phase. All of my new grads out here, I know y'all can resonate with this. You go through this phase where you put in your credentials on everything. I had LPN on my pins, on my bags, on my badge reel, on my cups, on my laptop, on my everything. I was big LPN energy. So when this white lady told me,
yo, Kenny,
I wasn't no nurse, fuck me up. And the setting made it worse because I was amongst my peers. It wasn't at this job that I had been at for a year. I was at another job because that job built my confidence. That first job built my confidence, and I felt like, okay, it's time for me to do something different. I want to do something different. And mind you, I became a nurse in 2019. And then y'all know 2020 hit. COVID. Fucked us all up. So I had to get it out the muscle. But it was amongst my peers, and I felt like she was trying to humble me. Not because I wasn't humble or I was boisterous. It was, to me, it felt racially charged on top of the energy she had because she had the RN behind her name. And there's another thing, when you become an RN, there's a thing between the associate's degree RNs and the bachelor's degree RNs. It's just a bunch of back and forth. But anyway, we were talking about our experiences and, you know, just normal chit chat about boom shakalaka. But we were just discussing our experiences. And I don't remember if we were discussing like a specific patient or a specific situation. I just remember just chatting. And I was talking about my experience at that time. I hadn't had much, but just about my experience and where I was and what I was doing and the things that I was doing and how I was excited to, be in this new space and learn new things. And she was like, "Are you a nurse?" And I was like, "Yes." And it wasn't like, when somebody's asking you something to like, basically like what you're saying doesn't sound like a nurse. So are you even like, she doesn't even go here. That was the energy she was giving. Like, "Are you a nurse?" And I said, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh, you're an RN?" That question. And I instantly was like, "Bitch, why? What does it matter?" But I swallowed my pride and said, "No, I'm an LPN." She said, "Well, that doesn't count. That's not really a nurse. Like, what do y'all even do?" Bitch. It was like in the whole tone of the conversation and the energy shifted because she made it uncomfortable. And to this day, like, I was talking to my mom the other day. I was like, "Yo, bro, I need to learn how to let stuff go. Baby, I'll hold a grudge to the end of time. Although we've got," like, I'm holding it. I don't care. Like, I will have you up for a long time. Long time. Because, especially when I feel like you trying to young boy me. And this is my peer. It's not my boss. This not somebody who even in my boss, I don't feel like anybody's really above me. We're all human beings. Yes, you may have a different title, and yes, there's a hierarchy within companies, but you're not any better than me because you're my boss or because you're an RN. But in that moment, this big mouth had nothing to say. I had nothing to say, and those are the worst times, because you know how you get into an argument and then you don't say nothing and then you get home and be like, "Damn, I should have said, I could have read Shorty for filth." But I had nothing to say. One, it bothered me because this was a white woman. Two, it bothered me because of the tone. Three, it bothered me because of the setting. And four, because of the audacity to tell me, "Oh, that don't count. What do y'all even do?" One, you're ignorant because you don't even have knowledge of what an LPN does. So like, okay, I can understand not understanding what an LPN does because maybe you've never worked with LPNs, maybe you've never seen what an LPN, I don't know. That's fine. So the question of asking what do y'all even do? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. The correct thing could have been, "Oh, what's an LPN?" That probably still would have rubbed me the wrong way. But I have to understand that not all people, we don't all have the same knowledge and experience. So just because it's not new to me does not mean that it can't be new to you. Like, two things can exist at the same time. Two opposite things can exist at the same time. But that would have been better because the conversation would have been an educational one, like leading to a more formative conversation than the one where you immediately tried to draw a line. And to me, it felt like because you were intimidated by the way that I spoke, you were intimidated by my vernacular, you were intimidated by my education, you were intimidated by my experience and being such a young nurse, being a black woman, being able to sit in this space with you and be able to go toe to toe with you in an intellectual conversation in a subject in which you probably felt you were a master at. And whatever I said offended you. And for whatever reason, you felt like you had to knock me down a peg. And you did. You won that day, baby. And if you ever come across this podcast, you know who you are. You won that day. You won the battle. But I am winning the war. Because you made me feel small. You made me feel less than. All of my accolades, everything that I had achieved up until that moment, those words snapped it away like that. And it's amazing how somebody who you don't know, who doesn't know who you are, can snatch that away from you like that. It was crazy. Because I couldn't believe me being this outspoken person and me having so much pride in who I was and being an LPN, how I didn't stand up for myself in that moment. Why didn't I stand up for myself? Why didn't I snap back? Why didn't I tell her about herself? Now, in this moment, I realize, because had I done that, not even in this moment, but like I just realized throughout life, after many moments and being in situations like that, not on anybody challenging me and who I am, but just saying things to me that make me uncomfortable and make me feel like I gotta snap back, I realize that you're trying to make me out to be somebody. You're trying to make me to be the villain in your story. And my response is either going to collaborate or deny. And it is my job to deny whatever misconception that you have about me. I'm not going to be your villain. I'm not going to play into your world of like, I'm just this ratchet person and I don't deserve to be here and I'm not really that intelligent and I'm going to draw you out. You can't draw me out, baby. I'm going to draw myself out. In the moment, I felt like it was a weakness, but now I recognize it's my greatest strength. My greatest strength is knowing when to be quiet, when to listen, when to pay attention. But that really bothered me. Like, it made me feel like I wasn't shit. Like, do I deserve to be here? Is nursing for me? Why did I have this pull here? Why did my mom make me go through this? Why did everybody around me tell me how I'm such a good nurse and I'm this, that, and the third, and oh, you're great, you're great, you're great. Y'all lie. I felt like everybody was lying to me. Somebody was lying. And it couldn't be me. It really impacted how I showed up for my patients after that. I noticed I was questioning myself more. I noticed that I was not leaning on to my own clinical judgment. I was always seeking validation from other people. Did I do this right? Do you mind reading over this note? Does this note sound right? Hey, could you come in here with me while I change this Foley? I just want to make sure I'm doing everything right. After, y'all know, I used to be throwing them things in, throwing them Foleys in. Foley queen. I no longer had that confidence. It was snatched from me. I no longer felt like I belonged. And I started thinking that how do I get that recognition back? How do I get that approval back? I need to go back to school. I need to become an RN so that people can respect me, so that they can respect that I'm a nurse. Like, because obviously I'm not a real nurse. It was a tough time for me, and I don't remember like how long I stayed in that space. I just know that it was a turning point for me in my career. It really made me dig deep down to find my why. Why did I do this to begin with? What makes me happy about this? Is it the validation from my peers? Am I that shallow that I need somebody else to validate me, for somebody else to tell me what I already know? It's in the name, licensed, practical nurse. I'm licensed. I'm practical. I'm necessary. I'm a nurse. I took the boards. The Board of Nursing awarded me my license. That makes me a nurse.
Another one down.
I get up every single day. I put my scrubs on. I come in. I get report. I assess my patients. I pass them medications. I follow them through the day. I follow them through the week. I follow them throughout their time that they're here. I coordinate with the care team. I coordinate with the doctors. I coordinate with families. I provide personal care. I provide re-education. I provide reteachings. I delegate tasks. I do all the things that a nurse does. So why is it that this woman could come and tell me that I'm not even a nurse? That don't even count. I count. I've been counted. Counting to this day, I count. But that put a chip on my shoulder. So it shifted from very confident, very excited, being the best nurse that I could be, to, am I a nurse? Do I belong? Do I matter? Am I real? Do I exist? Do I deserve to be in this space? To, fuck that. Yeah, I'm here. Big dog. Call me what you want to call me. I don't give a damn. As long as the check clear. That wasn't a good space to be in either. Because then I became unapproachable. I became unteachable. I became sometimes difficult to work with. Because I felt like I had something to prove. I felt like I didn't need nobody. I became I became overconfident. I wasn't humble anymore. I thought I knew everything. I got this. Or if I didn't know it, I'm going to go back to my binders. I'm going to go back. I'm not asking none of you motherfuckers for nothing. Because nobody will ever make me feel that way. And I stopped communing with my peers. I stopped communing with the people around me that I worked with and sharing stories. Because I feel like that's a big thing, like to be able to talk to your coworkers and share stories, because that helps you also build your autonomy. It helps you build your clinical judgment. It helps you build strengths, and you get to see who's strong and what. Because some people don't like spit; they can't stand it. I'm fine with it, so I can go do your trach care. I may not like vomit, so if somebody vomit, can you go handle them? Because I did your trach care for you. Like, you learn how to, balance. But because I had this chip on my shoulder, I cut myself off from that access. That whole process of that really, I wouldn't change it, because it helped me go through the things I felt like I needed to go through to be where I am now. I'm not overconfident. I'm humble. I'm confident. I'm strong. I'm knowledgeable. I'm willing to learn. Like I said, my thirst for knowledge is unquenchable. I'm always willing to listen. I'm always willing to help. I'm always willing to sit and talk. My voice matters. Why? Because it's my voice. Because I care about what I have to say. I know that I'm a good nurse. I know that I provide good care. My patients know that I provide good care. Their families know that I provide good care. And I stay employed. So my employers know that I'm a good worker. If nothing else, I maintain my nursing license. I protect my nursing license. I do my continuing educations. I look for ways to be better at the bedside, to be better as a manager, to grow as an LPN, not for anybody else, for me. So that when I step into any room with anybody, I can step in with confidence and my head held high and my shoulders back. Because I deserve to be here. So now I'm in this space where I know who I am. I know what I've done to get here. I know what I need to do to stay here and to elevate myself. And I'm good. I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy with the nurse that I have become. I'm her. I'm her. Licensed, practical, necessary nurse. LPN. That's me. So to the woman that felt like you was stopping something, you got a good hit in.
Oh my God,
you definitely got a good hit in. Almost knocked me out. Almost took me out of here. You did. But you showed me that it's okay to get knocked down, because the come up is better, more important than the knockdown. It's how you come up. It's how you utilize people's negativity to push you forward. It's how you utilize other people's misconceptions of you to better yourself, to ensure that you are aligned with your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing. Because at the end of the day, my homegirl says to me all the time when I get in my mood and I'm the woe is me, da 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 da. She says something to the effect of, don't forget, this your world. Everybody else is just NPCs. Like, they don't matter. It's all about you and what you need to do and how you can utilize the moment and make the moment about you. So I want to know, how are y'all showing up for yourselves? How are y'all making the moments about you? Tell me about a time when somebody said something to you that threw you off, that made you lose your confidence, lose that pep in your step, and what did you do to get it back? Let me know. Remember, like always, like, subscribe, comment, drop some hearts in the chat for me. I appreciate y'all for showing up. Like always, I will see y'all next week. Y'all have a good one.